actually. Shroud was when Ska went nuts at Pro League and Shroud was doing well. Everyone was saying they were the top 2. I think nothing's right there with Shroud as of the last couple of weeks, too.
Especially recently. Really stepped everything up. So, I mean, the whole team really, you know, outside of maybe Sean, all of them have the ability just based off individual skill to take over a match. Sean, you know, just with his calling, you know, we've seen matches that he's called so well that he really dictates the entire thing. You think eLevate and that best-of-1 win at Pro League, and then from there, even against Fnatic, was reading them very well. So at times, his calling is just as good as any of the individual skill on that team.
eLevate talked up Aegis a lot. XP3 back into what he was saying. This is a long time ago, but he was saying back to what he did in Europe when he was the primary operator. That's all he had to do. He's obviously improved. He took the fight to Skadoodle in the first half. Again, using that smoke, we saw Skadoodle get caught out by some over-aggression. If he can get under the skin early and get the momentum rolling, there's a chance for eLevate to exploit those holes.
That did almost look like Skadoodle got a little bit frustrated and was like, man, I'm sick of this. I'm just going to go for it.
Oh, I think entirely. I think it was enough is enough because normally that's his spot.
Well, you don't see that too often. He's just stoic, you know, and to see him get frustrated and flustered like that, make that decision was a little bit interesting. One smoke, one flash on Sean. Everyone leaning towards the A bomb site. Cloud9 really likes these committed pistol rounds off the bat.
And eLevate's defense, they get tested first. We'll see what they can do because they do have Rush and XP3 right now. One in the corner toward NBK and the other in behind Quad, so they'll be able to work in tandem and have Aegis in behind the forklift to start it off, and they don't even need to enter before the first kill happens because XP3's fired 2 bullets and he's gotten 2 headshots. Now the entrance will come in, but it is already diminished down to just 2 men remaining as Skadoodle finds himself lonely as Shroud falls to Rush, excuse me. And he's come from Highway, so they did try and split the site, but when the accuracy is that great from eLevate, it's a lot harder to do. If he can get this bomb down, he's pulled it back to a 2-on-1. There's still something to salvage from this. 20 HP to work with. Another great shot as he domes down onto Nafly. 13 remaining now for him. So Skadoodle, the heroics of picking up 2 kills and potentially 2 more, it's going to be thwarted. Nafly getting that kill and eLevate now getting their second pistol. They started off the last game with the pistol, but Cloud9 responded, so similar situation developing here.
Yeah, XP3 just clotheslines a couple of players there initially, and that off the back of that, they had a 3-player stack, so we actually saw it. And they're choosing actually on their CT sides we saw it on Inferno, stacking up a lot of portions of the map, not necessarily being aggressive, but having 3 players at the point of attack, so they're finding some good advantages. And this is new. Cloud9 last map bought up in both second rounds, or the second round that they lost the pistol. This time they lose it, they don't buy up. They got that plant, they're going to want to go for that 3rd round buy.
I mean, that plant too as well came in when it was a 1-on-4 essentially, and Skadoodle fought himself into that position. So this was a gift that they didn't even think they would have. Daps is going to push forward toward Checker, Freakazoid out toward the Skylight, Sunroom, Toxic, many names, 1 location, 1 player there, P250. Daps is actually going to change his angle a little bit. Now he's actually got company as well because Skadoodle's going to get joined with Freakazoid. Nade come out from Nafly, and that does make connection inside Checker, but it's the FAMAS that does the killing. It's going to take down 2 Freak and Ska, and they come in. And Naf's not done there. He gets nothing. And Aegis will close it.
We've seen that Checker's position, even going back to the last matchup, we've seen CLG and Liquid, it gets punished. And Daps playing there that time gets wrapped around through the vents from mid, so a nice smoke wall set up by Cloud9. Gives him an opening kill. Unfortunately, Naf stands tall inside that bomb set, prevents a plant whatsoever, so here's that AK-47 buy.
There has to be an escape plan, too, in that position, because if they can control mid, it does give you a little more security, but you can have a second player almost to flash you out when they push in on you. Because it's so far between the exit of the Checker room to the CT or inside the bomb site. It's no man's land everywhere in between.
Yeah, 3 players here for eLevate over towards the A bomb site. XP3 and Rush playing back towards the truck. Aegis in that NBK spot in the corner by the fence. Rush is going to work his way into the bomb site, but Aegis, there's a Molotov. Fortunate it doesn't spread just enough to burn him out. That could be dangerous. Cloud9 might think that position's cleared out.
Aegis has definitely had some impact throughout the weekend. He's going to do it again here as he slows down the entry. Freak dropping to him. XP3 got one before. It's still only a 1-man advantage. Shroud looking to kind of get through the smoke because the sooner he does, the sooner he can bail out his teammates who are falling to Rush. And now Daps a truck. That nade's going to go just slightly too deep, so it will be avoided. It could have taken down Sean, who had the bomb. Instead, that will be planted. But does he escape the fire? He attempts to, but it flushes him into the crosshair of Daps, who now gets absolutely obliterated by Shroud. And the accuracy of him winning the round back on the early buy, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, nice shots by Shroud there in that 1-on-2. And the trades for Cloud9 as they enter that bomb site, so critical, so well done. Smokes everywhere. They couldn't even push through them because there's so much pressure. Elevated 3 members dedicated to that A bomb site, but Cloud9 finding ways to work as a team to get into that bomb site eventually, and then they win it in the 2-on-2, or the 1-on-2, excuse me. So Shroud comes up huge for him. Skadoodle gets aggressive in mid with a small pop flash. He's just going to run right through this smoke. It's a save round for eLevate. And no one at the B bomb site. Complete stack A. And all of Cloud9 is leaning towards B right now. If they spot into this site and sees no one, there's Sean. He has the intel. This should be a dead giveaway that they need to hit this B bomb site immediately because he spotted 3 players. The rotation's on for eLevate, but Cloud9's already in the B site.
Scott taking down Daps. That opens up the killing. But a lot of position already gained from Cloud9 before that even happens. As a result of that positional play from eLevate as they come back over now toward the B site. It's Skadoodle again to find Naflight. Nothing. He'll close it, and Skadoodle actually getting another kill in there. So a hat trick for him with the rifle. Looking good, looking solid, bringing it back to 2-2. Immediate response.
This is an interesting round for eLevate because they could decide to force buy here.
And
they are. Yep, XP3 picks up the M4. 2 more, and then 2 Falmuses as well on top of it. No kits. 4 members without head armor, 3 smokes. So this is a round where Freakazoid, Sean Gares, they still have those SMGs. So without all that head armor,
and 2 smokes gone.
Yeah, and
3 smokes
they are
gone.
going for a reverse boost though. So this could catch him off guard. But their Shroud opens things up, traded off immediately by Akis. But once again, trades and watching the flank just obliterates that flank coming out over that boost.
Great awareness from Cloud9 to slow that down. And as we mentioned, those smokes, 3 of them already deployed. So nothing left for Daps and Naf to work with aside from a solitary flash that Daps is now going to try and throw to help out Nafly, but at the same time that happens, he gets flashed in return from Cloud9, who now have the bomb down, 3 men guarding it, and a lot of great positions to hold it from as crossfire angles are established, 1 from door from nothing. Sean Gares in main, and Skadoodle behind quad. We see it from the overhead perspective, perfect perspective to look at that exact setup.
I do want to say I don't like this force buy. I didn't like that decision at all. Not a lot of utility for them to use. No kits. They can't even go for a 2-on-3 because they don't have time or they have no utility to even do it. So it's still very early on in the match. They could have saved 1 more. Had got into that next round with full armor, full nades, kits and everything. They could have even had an op if they wanted it. So instead they get punished here. They're going to have 2 weapons, but 3 of them are they going to force buy around it 1 more time or even drop some Famuses over. Nope, it's going to be a complete save. I'm so scared to say that these days.
I know, right? It's like not what it used to be at all. It's so much harder to predict that, but I agree with this call because if they continue to force buy too early, they throw away so many rounds. And on the CT side, that's the last thing they can afford to do. Gap in the smoke. We'll see if someone can take advantage of that. Nafly has an equal opportunity to do so with that from Austin. He's going to try, but as he does, there was already fire deployed at his feet, and that made Freakazoid's job a little bit easier, so it was just the 1 headshot from the M4 rather than a secondary bullet to close out the kill, but Daps is at the top of highway. Bomb's already in play. Flank coming in. 2 members, and they're going to go long. They're not even going A main. They're going to go head towards Squeaky.
Well, they haven't boxed in, eLevate does. They have Daps at highway. They have Akis at the A main way far back, so they haven't boxed in to go for some exits. Daps is actually going to get pushed back. Nothing's going to chase that down. That was the M4, and he does grab him right at the end.
And they fought their way out so far on all those boxed out angles. XP3, they're going to spam him through the wall, and as he opens the door, hoping to catch Skadoodle off guard late, he still goes down, and he's got time, it does Skadoodle, to make it away from that bomb. So Rush will be the only one that stays up. And it's not like that was his intention. Again, it was exits they were looking for, so he's still going to run forward and hope to get one at the end of the round.
And this is why, look at how aggressive Cloud9 was there. They know they have the advantage in terms of utility, so they know they can bully themselves into a bomb site. And they do it there very aggressively, but this is why Cloud9 is so scary on this map. Their use of Molotovs is so good. They flush Naf out of that position next to fence in that corner, and they just execute him as he tries to find new cover.
Smoke's going to set up for a potential vent take, or at least to sell that. And now that they've got the kill inside B, Rush has to fall back through the vents.
And they're already in the bomb site. One kill, so aggressive, so quick, and now they have all the choke points blocked off. Complete control of vents, much more players streaming through, but there's Skadoodle. He sprays down 2 of them, and that round was over incredibly quick. Cloud9 just obliterating the defense from eLevate.
That was nuts. That was nuts. And again, that 1 single smoke to try and control the vents, they didn't even need it because they got that kill so fast on Nafly.
And this is a confident Cloud9. This is them giving no respect whatsoever. They're going to force eLevate to stop, and eLevate's not able to do it. That's multiple rounds now where Naf, 2 in a row where Naf specifically has fallen early on.
Sean Gares into mid this time. Another early kill. Akis, oh, that's unfortunate. The nade already thrown, getting dropped down on his dead body. He kills 2 teammates.
That is awesome.
That is
so amazing.
Clip-worthy for sure. I hope that shows up on our replays just so we can laugh about it again. But Daps now, due to that unfortunate event of a suicide bomber, He's going to be alive with only 5 players against him. Only 5 players against him, and Shroud's going to close that out.
So now we finally have that round where eLevate, they can get whatever they want. Nav picks up the AWP. Is he going to drop that over to XP3, or is he going to keep? He's going to keep it. So XP3 is that primary offer, but Nav wants to have it. But they have the Molotovs, they have the smokes they need, they have some kits as well. And this is the round where they really need to turn things around. Cloud9 already up at 6, and it's beginning to snowball out of control for him. XP3 without that up, he's the solo in mid. He's going to get smoked off. This is going to be a fast mid play from Cloud9, already through the smoke, already being boosted over. XP3 trying to just spam through, not going to find anything. Freakazoid, all the confidence in the world, still running through smokes, finds Rush in the bomb site, but Rush does not want to take that battle quite yet.
Oh, nice nade though onto Freakazoid, down to 15 HP for him. So now he has the problem of very low HP. Now this is smart. What he's going to do is drop this smoke so he has the confidence to peek into A and not be so exposed to a potential retake on mid from XP3 inside Z. He's also got nothing in mid though, so XP3 can't even go for that look. So Freak's got space. As Akis and Rush are inside A, now have Sean Gears to deal with that squeaky, and the door is open. He's going to Molotov off. Problem is he's Molotoving off to where his teammate was, and Freakazoid, who's now gone down to Rush, and Akis is still looking for the angle. He's still just waiting for them to get closer, and they are, and it's a slow play right now on the take from Cloud9 as Skadoodle finds one more, and Akis, he's used a lot of bullets to find that first kill, so he's got to switch over to the pistol, but fortunately XP3 got Skadoodle before he could be a threat.
And he closes out the round with a nice headshot onto Sean, so a little bit of life there in eLevate. They grabbed their third, not only losing 1 player as well. It was only Rush that fell, so he rebuys up. They have plenty of money behind it. They can actually upgrade some more utility, some more kits, upgrade to that head armor. While Cloud9 is going to look to reset their economy with an immediate win. They have so much money. Freakazoid at 10,000. All players hovering around 8 to 10,000 after they bought.
Rush aggressive in mid. Has a teammate with, so watch for the counter boost, but they're already up. They were going to get spotted. In fact, Shroud sees it, or does he? He was aiming beyond that. He was looking toward the backside of mid where XP3 was, so Rush makes him pay for it, but because they were already in position to go for that boost, nothing knows they're there, and he doesn't delay. He goes right through and picks up 2 extra kills.
Yeah, just plays Rambo, gets boosted up, takes out the first one in vents, and then dropping down, grabs 1 more, making it look cool. Naf hiding inside this B bomb site. He's all alone. Both of these players are split up. Naf has the AWP though, so if he can find some angles around this default box, but he misses that first shot, that's crucial. Now he's going to be mollied into the open. He does grab that, but he's immediately traded off by nothing. That's his 3rd kill of the round for Jordan.
Super high impact. And that Molotov again was the reason for that, because Jordan already had that angle, and it was him that he missed on the first shot, so he could have given himself such a great chance. And Akis now looking for the retake. Nothing with 3 HP, managed to get lucky enough to avoid that spray through the garage, and Akis, yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah, it feels like he can't even really go for it in a 1-on-3. He's getting spammed even.
And the problem is now if he goes back toward truck, he's got Skadoodle who's going to come through, cover off that long alleyway. So he basically just has to sit where he is.
And he even gets punished for that one. So Freakazoid hunting him down, not letting him get away with anything. And this is just Cloud9 piling it on, and eLevate. I mean, Daps has already bought a CZ75, which makes me think he's just going to save. He had some money, so did Nap, so they buy up armor and CZs, but they can't go for a rifle buy here. Cloud9 at 7-3. 5 Molotovs as well. That's going to be a scary round for them. They can do whatever they want. This is going to be a stack for eLevate over towards B. 4 members there with these pistols. Daps all alone at the A bomb site. And Cloud9 aggressively out mid, and they're not even going towards vents. They're not going for this B bomb site. They're just rushing up highway. Daps doesn't even know it's about to hit him. He's not even looking that way, and he's surprised. Shroud takes him out. Now they have the entire A bomb site.
Surprised indeed, and the pistols on a retake. Not going to look likely. They did get some damage into Sean Gears, actually, so it was a decent effort from Truck, but nothing's inside mid. Does go down, but now they've got location on 2 of the eLevate players, the last 2 eLevate players remaining and where they are, and Rush is going to try and come over and help Nafly keep this AK-47 as he will at least take down Shroud, but he's getting very low on HP.
And he's held off to the left by Freakazoid. Knows he's there, just holding him at the moment. Naf has to peek, and he just falls. Very aggressive this whole half by Cloud9. They want to get, they're at the end of this 2-month, 5-event trip they've been on all across Europe, so they're ready to go home after this one.
They do get a break after this. Now, of course, we say that there are 2 players this weekend that have driven to the event. They are close enough by Sean, living down here in the California area, as well as Freakazoid, I believe is in Anaheim, if I'm not mistaken.
Mid-B split here.
But you're right, it's been a long trip, and it'll be nice to have some rest right before the majors, specifically on the form they've been having. to make sure that they can stabilize that. But look at Nafly inside checkers as he gets 2 quick frags. Now this is the spot we talked about, being exposed from middle, and he knows now that XP3 is not there, so he has to get out of checker before the vent becomes a threat.
That was actually a mistake. Nothing was supposed to go out mid with Sean, but he had the bomb, so he had to rotate away because they don't want to bring the bomb out mid and have it drop there while the hit is on B bomb site. So he actually adjusts, and that means they cannot be aggressive through vents to punish Naf in that position. So that's a nice opening provided by that mistake for eLevate. Naf takes complete advantage of it with 2 kills there.
And we'll see if Skadoodle can pull something to get this round back to Cloud9's favor, spotting the initial peek out from XP3. But he hasn't budged, he hasn't taken that shot, and I don't think he was spotted in return, as now Skadoodle's going to get boosted to look for the fast pick toward A, not able to land the shot, and XP3 coming out to make Sean Gears pay. Is going to get traded back. Skadoodle still has nothing on the map to work with, and he's going to join him in mid, so they're both going to group up here and see if they can find the fights. But again, Skadoodle not able to hit that first shot inside A. Allows another trade situation to happen, and Rush coming out, it'll close it off.
You can see Skadoodle trying to get that CZ out, that draw time just punishes him there. But a good round for eLevate. Naf opens things up with 2 kills, and they can just choke down the attack from Cloud9 from there. Naf still with the AWP.
He's got Skadoodle still with one to contend with. But it's interesting they've gone toward Nafly to use it. Again, we talked yesterday, he has had that secondary opping role in the past, but they're not going with XP3, who's staying on the rifle. Shroud's going to find, speaking of exactly him, XP3 moving out from sandbags at mid as he gets trapped in, and this allows Freakazoid entirely to work up inside mid.
Yeah, XP3 getting aggressive in mid, but he's the only one there. Dap's trying to spam through the smoke. He does do some damage onto Freak, but no one there to trade or support XP3 whatsoever, so Cloud9's found exactly what they wanted by having mid control. They found that 1 kill. It's a 5-on-4. They're going to pinch this A bomb site. 3 members in A main.
And Akis already peeked A main and didn't see anyone as close as this. And as he falls back to cover highway, they're going to get there quickly. Rush is aware of it now, and he's tagged up, though, by that op that just grazes past the edge of the big red crate. It's going to be Daps to at least respond with 1 from eLevate as all the kills are going Cloud9, and Daps now making 2 to give themselves a bit of a chance on this retake as the bomb for Cloud9 has been placed. Skadoodle, decent positioning underneath of Catwalk in the corner, and the last 2 players stacked up in behind Quad. Very low for Freakazoid, but fortunately no nades for eLevate, and they're going to have to save it. They're gone.
They had 1 smoke, but Daps with the only kit. Too much progress to have to make in a short amount of time. 9 rounds for Cloud9 after this. eLevate with these 2 guns, they may be able to force something up behind it. They may just decide that with Cloud9 getting to 9, they can't afford to save for more. They need rounds more than they can afford to save, so they might just choose to buy up behind this.
And we're about to find out. They are in a position to force.
Daps can drop 1. Rush can force up.
Done. Done deal with the FAMASas coming out. And they're going to keep Naf on that op.
And Cloud9's never been pressured in terms of their money. They've been able to buy or rebuy. Oh, what a shot through the smoke. He lines it up. XP3 is legged. He was just out there to throw a nade. Nice find from Skadoodle.
Such a quick spawn that he had to get there so fast, and XP3 wouldn't have expected that either. As Nafly and Daps play inside B, they've given up mid again from eLevate. They're favoring off right now with a 3-2 split with XP3 on truck as he's on that low HP. So if Cloud9 can discover this, they'll be able to open up the map entirely to their liking, and Skadoodle's already in a position to re-peek mid and slowly find out and discover that it is open, as they also put Shroud up on the boost. Freakazoid getting an entry on A. That's going to help Nothing, who heads toward A main. And here comes the highway split. Daps, though's in an okay position. That smoke's going to dissolve. He might, if the timing works out, be able to backstab because Akis is doing a damage at the front of the top of the highway. There it is. It's gone. Skadoodle turns it all back as Nafly finds himself alone. Round 14. We saw them force in this one. It's going to be even more dire in the last round of the half. And good execution from Cloud9. Again, good read. They take it slow and discover that mid's completely open.
Yeah, well, it had to be open because XP3 is the one who got legged, and you can't defend mid alone with an M4 if you're legged like that. So he just falls away, tries to stack over towards the A bomb site. Really, Rush trying to push through his smoke. Rush trying to get aggressive. He's pop flashed in, but Freakazoid on the other side watching it. And now the hunt is on. Naf over in CT spawn. He's on top of the boxes. He's about to get spotted out. This is that shot. Freakazoid takes him out. Don't want him to save that weapon. 10-4 now for Cloud9.
Getting hyped as well.
Yeah, they can hear the sounds of Cologne right now.
They can definitely hear it. That's the first time I've actually heard Cloud9 with a bit of elation inside of our headsets because they're obviously in the same room, but we don't quite hear them so clearly. So obviously they wanted that op gone that badly so that they could wrap up 11 rounds in the first half, or at least that's the theory. They still have to get through the 3 CZ buy, as long with the 5-7 and P250 for Aegis. And look at the amount of smokes. Look how fast Cloud9's going. Freakazoid already in. He's down. It's Aegis. There it is. And they are working it out. These pistols are working to perfection. 2 for Aegis, 2 for Rush, and it's down to Shroud. Perfect deco round from eLevate.
Yeah, just obliterated that. And they haven't been able to do that. Cloud9's been being that aggressive throughout this half. And that's the first time Cloud9 really completely shuts it down. So well done from them. That gives them their 5th. That gives them a little bit of hope into the second half.
So fast to Cloud9.
Yeah,
as they knew they chased out that gun. They had to have known it was going to be an eco, and they go, hey, let's just go. Like, what a play from Aegis to start that off. And again, Rush to follow it up. Took back at the replays. Cloud9 definitely had their way with it. It started off, again, they lost the pistol in this first half, just like they did on Inferno. But this time they come away with an even more favorable advantage, only by 1 round. It was 9-6 Inferno. Let's not get too far away. It's 10-5 here. Yeah,
this is that round they just traded so well. Sean does die here, but these shots from Shroud, this is just precision right there. A nice find, and then he swings over, grabs one more, and you're coming up highway. And some of these stacks just didn't work out. That round took like 20 seconds total, I think. That was a B rush, and
that's right.
All 5 members of eLevate died so quickly.
That was the one where Naf was the only one in B that went down, and Sean threw one smoke at mid that held a few players in position waiting for more players to catch in the vents from highway.
Right.
And just slowing up that rotation. They hit so quickly. We didn't get to see that highlight of the double team kill nade. I was waiting for that one.
That would have been beautiful. Someone will have that.
Not to call out Aegis, because that was just really unfortunate.
Yeah, well, someone on Reddit will have that up for sure.
Well, either way, we do start halftime. Number 2, eLevate already down a map, down 5 rounds in this map, and Cloud9 6 rounds away from punching their ticket, which isn't surprising, let's be honest. They're in the top 10 rankings right now, but not a directly invited team based on their last placement at a major. So this would be their best chance, arguably, at a major. They need to get there first. Very close. Rush trying to get in toward B. It's going to be Freakazoid to find the vents, but look at the amount of players in front of him. They're still going to line up, and he's done damage to one, killed another, tries to switch to the knife as he runs out of bullets. But now it's Nothing's turn to do the damage, not before Sean Gears collects one from CT. Cloud9 looking solid again, but Sean now dinked up. What does weaken him considerably, but they know where Rush is, and they will rush onto him.
Another good stack from Cloud9. I mean, that's the real pain, is when Freakazoid gets 2 kills on those chuckers, they finally eliminate him, and everything's feeling good, but they still had 2 players, Nothing and Sean Gears, inside that B bomb site that just stall them out. They don't overpeak, they just make their presence known, keep eLevate from progressing, and that leaves the flank open for Shroud to come in and grab an easy kill. So now, backs against the wall for eLevate, losing that pistol round with a huge disadvantage, 11-5. They buy up in this second round. XP3 saves, that means he indicates that he probably wants to have an AWP on that first gun round, but everyone else, armor and upgraded pistols.
Heavy presence towards Squeaky. Shroud, Molotov ready to go down as soon as that door opens, so when they open it, they're going to take some damage, and not only that, they're going to take more than damage, they're going to take kills coming out from Shroud. 2, in fact, from the MP9, and Skadoodle doing work with the Scout, has made a tag on to Nafly and gotten a kill just before that, so Rush again, 1 versus 5.
Yeah, that investment yields them absolutely nothing. 4 kills for Shroud and Skadoodle, and Shroud's going to lay it on. He gets that money bonus as well with the SMG upgrades with 3 kills. Just a dominant hold from C9. eLevate, they've got to get started on that first gunner, and this is going to be the full save. Like I said, everyone's hovering around 1900, 1950, and there's XP3 who saved completely that round. He's got 3100, so he's going to be the one that they rely on next round to get picks. The question is Skadoodle going to have an AWP right off the bat, or is he going to wait a little bit?
There's that question, but they've got lots of rounds in their favor right now, a bit of a cushion to work with. So it's not necessary they force the economy too soon. Either way, Skadoodle going to get another headshot with the Scout. On an Nafly, Rush did get back one before that. Dap's looking for more. All he finds is Freakazoid. And Freakazoid's going to push through mid as well, so they're going to be on all sides of eLevate as Aegis is last alive. 14, he's actually going to get past Nothing, but Skadoodle's still waiting inside the site, so he'll be able to take him down.
That's my question. Skadoodle, he's going to keep the Scout, he's going to upgrade it. They do have 2 P90s, Sean and Freakazoid. We've seen on the T side when they have these P90s going into the first gun round, they remain aggressive. They're very fast-paced with them. Using it properly, don't stop moving, just hold the trigger down. XP3 did not buy that AWP. Might have dropped an AK for someone to help get him utility, but this just seems to me like at some point Cloud9's going to want to be aggressive with these P90s.
Skadoodle is firing off a flash, and he's actually based on the fact that he has given up mid, has to rotate all the way back through C towards CT spawn to get back inside of Z connector, so nothing has to come up big inside the vents. He's not. Nafly's found him, and this is looking really good for eLevate, but Skadoodle again has made his way back toward mid, so he deals some damage onto Daps. Zakis has worked toward Highway. In fact, 3 players from eLevate have worked toward Highway, so they want this A site, but they need to get through Freakazoid and Shroud first, and now Skadoodle, who's going to come around to set up a crossfire. That bomb is in sight, so Skadoodle knows he's got this, and Daps with 7 HP, better hope he's got the ambulance on speed dial, because he's bleeding out massively right now, and Skadoodle again has that bomb in play. Sean Gare's looking toward Highway. And Daps walking out, looking with the AK against Skadoodle, just waiting on the inside of the truck. And he decides that Daps better not call the ambulance. It's the morgue he needs to address.
Great hold. Great hold on that A bomb site. Great pop flashes. Complete mid control for eLevate. And even when eLevate gets that first goal to nothing in vents, they're coming up Highway, and just some pop flashes from the teammates. Freakazoid finds that 1 kill in A main, so he's allowed to swivel back and address that situation as he's getting pinched. Teammates delay it just long enough for him to get resituated, and Skadoodle with a good read on the rotation, so Cloud9 just extremely dominant, 14-5. Forced buy from eLevate. They can't afford to save anymore. 2 CZs, 2 Galils, 1 Galil as Akis goes down, and the scout on Naf.
It's good that you corrected yourself. They just tried to throw you off there, but Skadoodle's going to take matters into his own hands to control mid with just that M4, and now it's going to be Sean Gares to rush, looking at potential match point, and there it is. It is match point. 15-5, Cloud9. 1 round away from going to Cologne, as expected, but start the hype train because this could be really good.
Yeah, this
CLG already in, Cloud9 getting there. Everyone wants them to be there just based on the dynamics of how well they've been playing lately.
Absolutely. Now XP3 has that AWP out. 1 smoke, 2 flashes. That's the only utility that eLevate has, so I would expect this to be relatively fast-paced. They're going to have to take some aim battles. They don't really have an opportunity to flush it out of position. They're just going to have to trade very, very well as they enter the bomb site. That's going to help out. Freakazoid being aggressive in A main, but Naf takes him out. So 5-on-4 once again. Skadoodle equalizes. Hasn't picked up that op. He does that with the M4. Nice headshot onto Rush. He's going to transfer over towards A. This is another good rotation from Skadoodle. He's reading this perfectly, although he reloads at the wrong time. Naf's able to eliminate him. They didn't see him through the smoke, but Shroud and Sean Gares doesn't matter. They're going to bail him out of a tough situation. The bomb is down over towards B, and Sean is still pushed up, wreaking havoc, but Akis with the Galil finds it.
And that's going to bring it back to 2 versus 2. Never mind, Shroud still pushing forward. It's left to Akis to bail himself out, and he takes a bit of damage through the garage. That's it. Shroud closing it off. It is 16-5. 2 maps in this set, best of 3, all going to Cloud9.